Yo guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. So today I just thought I'd jump on and make a video for you guys about how to create a Forex trading plan so that you can approach the Forex markets with confidence and clarity every day. Alright guys, so what is a Forex trading plan? So for me, a trading plan for Forex is a document which is going to tell you exactly how to interact with the Forex market. So within your trading plan, you're going to have how you identify your trading opportunities. So what setup you use, what strategy you're going to use to identify opportunities. It's going to have your trading times. It's going to have your risk management, and it's also going to have what pairs you trade. And it'll probably also have information on exactly how to execute and where to put your stop loss as well. So today I'm going to be showing you my Forex trading plan, and I'm going to also be sharing a template so that you guys can create your own Forex trading plans which follow the same structure as my Forex trading plan. Now, before I share with you what my Forex trading plan looks like or exactly what I think you should have in your Forex trading plan, I want to discuss why it's so important and integral to successful trading to have a proper trading plan when you're approaching the markets. So what we know is that 90% of traders will fail in this business, probably more than 90%, and most of them people fail because they don't have a trading plan. Now, some people, maybe they just don't have a trading strategy, but the large majority of people, they do have some sort of semblance of a strategy in their mind, but they don't actually have a plan of how to operate that strategy in a professional and consistent way when they're actually trading the Forex market. So the reason why you should have a trading plan is so that you're in full control every day of how you're interacting with the market, and so that you know exactly what you're meant to be doing when you approach the charts. Having this plan in place will give you the capability to trade with confidence and clarity every day, because every day you come to the charts, you follow your plan, you know what you're looking for, you know how you're going to execute, and all you have to do every day is follow your plan. So if you follow your plan, trading becomes a process oriented game, and it becomes all about just sticking to the plan that you know will produce a profit in the long term. Whereas if you don't have a trading plan, then you're basically just going to be trading randomly. And honestly, guys, if you don't have a trading plan, then you're not going to succeed in the Forex market, because I don't know a single trader who has succeeded in Forex or really any type of trading activities who didn't have a proper trading plan in place. So guys, if you do want to succeed in Forex, then you need to have a trading plan, because it's going to give you confidence and clarity every day when you approach a market, so that you know exactly what you're meant to be doing each day. Alright, so now I'm going to take you over to my computer screen, and then I'll show you guys my current trading plan, and I'll also share with you guys a template for how you can structure your own trading plans.
Yo guys, so I'm over at my computer screen now, and what I'm going to do is share with you guys my trading plan that I'm using at the minute to trade my MFF account, and I'll show you the structure of it so that you guys can see what sections I've got in my trading plan, and then you guys can implement those sections into your trading plan when you're creating it if you want to. And I have also got this template for you guys, so I will be sharing this template in the description. Alright, so for me, the first part of a trading plan is determining which opportunities will actually fit your trading plan. So, for a lot of you guys, this might be the first thing that really comes to mind when you think trading plan. So, for me, I've got this broken down basically into three parts. I've got the opportunity identification, which lays out the actual situation which I'm willing to trade. I've then got the entry, which lays out how I'm going to enter that situation, and then I've got the execution as well, which lays out how I'm going to execute that entry when the time for execution comes. Alright, so the first part of this, the opportunity identification, right? So this is basically where you describe your strategy. So, this is my personal trading plan, so it probably won't make sense to a lot of you guys, because you don't necessarily know what this stuff means unless you're inside Vertex. But this is where you basically describe your strategy. So, if you're a support and resistance trader, then you're going to describe what your support and resistance setup looks like. If you're an order block trader, then you'll describe here what your order block setup looks like. whatever type of trader you are, you need to identify what your opportunities look like. What opportunities are you actually looking to trade in the market? So this part of the plan is essential really, and this is the strategy part of the plan. So I mean, without this part, then you're just basically going to be trading randomly. So you really need to know exactly what your setup is and what setup, or if you've got more than one setup, what setups you're going to be looking to be trading. All right, so moving on from the opportunity identification, we've got the entry part of the plan. So you've got your higher time frame opportunity. So let's say that you're trading a uptrend on the 4 hour, you're looking to buy from order blocks, or you're looking to buy from lower highs, higher lows. Then next thing is to determine how you're actually going to get involved in that in terms of the entry. So are you just going to set a limit order when it gets into your area that you're looking to buy from, or are you going to go down to the lower time frames when it gets there? And then once you see your patterns on the lower time frames, that's when you're going to look for your entry. So you've got your overall opportunity that you're looking, for example, buying from an order block, and then you've got your entry, which is once the setup's valid, once you're actually in that higher time frame situation, then how are you then going to be looking to take it? So like mine says here, I'm happy to take a market or a limit order. Now, if I'm just going to place my limit order, so this is what's called a risk entry for me. So if I've got my point of interest and I'm not going to try and get a confirmation entry, then I will just do a limit order and I won't do a market order with that. But if I have got time and I'm going to be looking for the confirmation entry, then I'm happy to do a market or a limit order. So in terms of your entry, let's say that you're buying a reaction from a 4 hour bullish order block. Maybe you need to see 2 lower highs before you get involved. So that's your entry criteria. So you need to have your overall opportunity identification, and then you also need to have your actual entry setup of how you're going to get involved in that opportunity. All right, and then the third part of this is the execution. So once your entry comes, once your entry criteria presents within a valid opportunity, how are you actually going to execute? And this is just basically laying out how you're going to execute. So by getting these 3 sections together, you can have complete clarity what you're looking for on a higher time frame, what you're looking for in terms of your specific entry criteria to then get involved in that valid opportunity, and then how you're actually going to execute on that when the time comes. So that's for me the first 3 sections, which really relate to the actual strategy that you're going to be using and how you're actually going to execute that strategy. All right, so let's talk about the time frame section. So this is another thing, you need to be laying out what time frames you're going to use. If you're happy to use any time frame, then that's fine. Just write in that you're going to use any time frame. But if you have specific time frames that your strategy is based on, then you need to be laying out what time frames they are. I mean, by doing this, then you can have confidence and clarity about what you're actually going to be doing when you're approaching the market. All right, so then we've got the management aspect of the plan. So management is just basically how you're going to manage your position once you're in it. Management's a really important part of the plan, because if you don't have your management plan in place, so if you don't have a management section in your trading plan, then you're just going to be doing the full thing discretionarily, which unless that's your plan, then I wouldn't really recommend. So I mean, for me, I've got it here. Basically, this, as you guys have probably read, is a scalping trading plan. So for me, there's 2 basically types of scalp. There's the one which has the potential to turn into a swing position if it's reacting from a high time frame order block, and then there's the type where it's not really got that potential and it is literally just a scalp. So for me, I've got this distinction here. If it's reacting from a 1 hour order block, so it's basically a pro trend trade on the high time frame, then I'm looking to take partials at 50% at 6R and manage the rest discretionarily. Otherwise, I'm just looking to take either the full position or 90% at 6R. So it's important, guys, to have this management plan in place so that once you're in the trade, you've got clarity about what you want to be doing. Because if you don't have that clarity, then your emotions are going to be all over the place with regard to your management. So knowing what you're going to do once you've entered the trade is essential, really. So that's the management section. Alright, so now the most important part of the whole plan, the risk and exposure section. Right, look guys, risk management is literally everything in trading. So it doesn't matter what happens on a day. You know, you could have 5 bad days in a row. If you stick to your risk management, then everything's going to be alright. But if you don't have good risk management in place, you don't have good exposure controls in place, then you're really going to have problems in trading. And you know, this really is the most important part of any trading plan, guys. So like it says here, for me, if my equity is below, you know, 9,000, so basically if I'm in more than 1.6% drawdown, then I risk $10 to $12 per trade. And if I'm above that number, then I'll risk 20 to 22.5. Now, you know, a lot of people, obviously, they'll recommend to just use the same number every trade. So the reason why I've got a little range in here is because for me, I know that the way that I execute market executions, sometimes it ends up being out by $1 or $2. So I don't want to end up, you know, violating my plan because of something that is, you know, if I risk like $10.50 or $11 instead of $10, I don't want that to violate my plan. So that's the reason why I've got a small range there on both numbers. And then also for me, after one loss at the $20 point, I'll move down to $10 because I do think if you reduce your risk after a loss, it will flatline your overall equity drawdown. All right, so that's my risk rules, and you know that having such a low risk because I've got the 10k funded account, so having such a low risk to lose the account, I'm literally going to have to lose like, you know, in theory, like 100 trades or more in a row. I mean, even with commissions, and if you're going off the upper ends of this, you're going to still be looking at like 80 or 90 trades lost in a row if I do fully stick to this plan. So, you know, having that risk rule in place, it really takes the stress off, and making sure that you're controlling your risk is just essential for ensuring that you don't go too deep into a drawdown. All right, so then the exposure rules. So with exposure, you know, for me, I'm only going to take 2 positions a day. I have taken more than 2 in a day in the past, and I've learnt my lesson from that because what happens is you just if I take more than 2 positions, then I'm exposing myself to lose more than 2 positions in a day, and that can lead to some very bad days. Like I really believe in limiting your trades per day, or at least your losses per day. So if that's 2 positions per day for you, or if it's 4 or 5 positions per day for you, then that's absolutely fine. For me, I find that just doing 2 positions per day, that really limits my drawdown. So on any day, the worst thing that can happen is I lose 2 trades, and then the next day, come at it fresh. You're not in too bad of a position. Because the thing is, I've had days in the past where I've lost like 5, 6 trades on one day, and then your psychology at that point is just destroyed, and the day after you're coming in 5 or 6 hours down from the day before, so then straight away it just feels a lot worse than if you're only 2 hours down from the day before. So that's why for me 2 positions a day is plenty. So that's a risk and exposure, guys. This is going to lay out how this area is going to lay out basically how much risk you're willing to take per trade and how many trades you're going to do per day, and anything else like if you don't want to trade correlated pairs, stuff like that. That's what goes in this section here, and this is by far the most important section of the plan, I'd say. I mean, even if you did take random trades, if you do your risk management, then I mean it can't go too wrong. Risk management is what really determines whether or not your trading is going to go down the drain or if you're just going to have a bad day sometimes. Alright, so next thing, trading times. If you don't want to set trading times, then you can just have this as all day, every day, I guess. But I'd recommend setting some trading times because otherwise you can just be sat at your charts all day. You can be thinking about charts all day. It's not what anyone really wants. I mean, I don't think anyone got into Forex to just be sat on the charts all day, stressing over the charts. So for me, I've got 2 trading windows, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then 1 p.m. till 4 p.m. And that'll basically allow me to capture the majority of the volatility from the London session and the New York session. So laying out your trading times, really important, guys, so that you can, maintain that distance from the market, and you're only going to trade at the certain times of day. You're not just going to be sat there all day on the chart looking for opportunities. So pairs. So for me, you can see the pairs here. It's the ones from my weekly forecast. That's the pairs that I'm willing to trade. I won't even bother looking at other pairs, or if I do, I 100% won't trade these other pairs. So yeah, I think it's important to lay out your pairs as well as your trading times, risk exposure, trade management strategy, what time frames you're going to trade on, your execution, your entry, and your opportunity identification. All right, and then what I've also got in my personal trading plan, maybe not for everyone, but I've got a little appendix section. So, anything that doesn't fit into, so this stuff up here, this is all like proper rules, and these rules are like, they literally are rules that need to be stuck to. This appendix section, this is like extra information relating to the trading plan, which isn't really rules. So in my appendix section, I've got psychology, which has some quotes, which just help me to stick to my plan, and they help me to stay calm when I'm trading the market. I've got, just a couple of things that I think are important side notes to my trading strategy. Here I've just calculated what I will need to achieve in terms of my management plan to basically reach different targets over a month. And then here is basically my opportunity identification. It's my setup, which you guys might have seen if you watched my 10K account video, then you guys might have seen this setup in action. But this is basically just the 4 situations which comprise of my opportunity identification paragraph. So here we see sell continuation, buy continuation, sell reversal, buy reversal, and these are the examples of what those things actually look like. So yeah, if you guys, I'd recommend putting some type of screenshots of your actual setup, or at least like the theoretical version of your setup inside your trading plan, just so you've got that more visual reference. For me, I definitely like to have that visual reference as well as the paragraph that's actually describing the opportunities that I trade. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed me breaking down my trading plan and got some value out of this. So what I have done, I've deleted all the sections and I've created a separate template for you guys. So we've got the opportunity identification, the entry and the execution. Then we've got the time frames, the trade management, risk and exposure, trading times, and the pairs, and then also the appendix. So yeah, I mean, this is literally just this without all the information inside it. So I will share this template in my description, guys. So if you guys do want to make your own trading plan using my template, then just check out the link in the description. Also, guys, if you're enjoying this video, if you like my content, then please do subscribe to my channel, because it really does mean a lot, and I do put effort into these videos for you guys.
Alright guys, so I hope you got some value out of seeing me break down my trading plan and out of me sharing the template for the trading plan with you guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. But before I leave, I do just want to reiterate the importance of having a trading plan in Forex. If you guys want to succeed in this market, then you need to have a properly structured trading plan, and at the bare minimum, that needs to include your trading setups and your risk management. Without them 2 things on your trading plan, you're never going to succeed in this game. So please guys, I would advise, if you do want to succeed in Forex, you will need to create a trading plan. So if you guys are trading now without a trading plan, I'd say just stop trading for a little while, work on your trading plan, because success in Forex is about executing processes, and without a trading plan, you can't execute the process of trading your plan, because then you're just trading. So without the trading plan, you're not going to find success, guys. So if you don't have one, then please do go and create one before you take any more trades. If you do have one, then that's fantastic, and I hope you guys have found value from me sharing the structure of my trading plan in this video. And if you think there's anything that I've missed out of my trading plan, then please let me know about that in the comments. But guys, if you do already have a trading plan, but you're struggling to stick to it every day, so you're struggling to consistently execute that plan due to your psychology, then please check out the resources that I've got linked in the description, because I've got a lot of resources in the description about the psychology aspect of Forex trading. So if you've got your trading plan, guys, but you're struggling to stick with it, then that's perfectly normal, and it's just something that you've got to work on, and you've got to develop your psychology to that point where you're not going to struggle to stick to it every day, and you will be able to consistently execute on that trading plan that you developed. So guys, if that's a struggle for you, please do check out the psychology links in the description. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you got some value out of this video. If you've got any questions at all, then please do just leave them in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and like the video also if you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great, profitable and safe trading week in the next week or whenever you're watching this. Thanks a lot, guys.